just wanted to give you an update of where we're at now in my recovery. We're 4 weeks from 4 weeks ago today was my actual surgery date. So I'm like day 29 right now. And yesterday was Mother's Day. So I've been trying to get up and move around more and do more things, but the more I do, the more pain I have, and other things start to kind of flare up. Before I kind of go into all that, though, I'll kind of go over to kind of like some other things that decided to pop up during this last week. I got an infection in one of my incision sites. I had known that this one incision just didn't look as normal as the other ones. I have 4 incisions. I have one on my right side, one kind of in my almost like my midline upper, like kind of middle, like above my belly button, one inside my belly button, and then one kind of off on the left hand side. All of those looked to be healing really well. This one little right hand side one, the incision itself, because they have internal sutures and then a like a glue that goes over the incision. Well, this incision, it just looked like it didn't, like the skin didn't come all together, so it's like separated, and it's got kind of like a divot in it. I joked around and I say it looks like a butt. It's like the only way I can describe it. It looks like a butt on my stomach. It looks super hot, but it's not very big. I mean, the incision is maybe all of this big. It's very small. But on the end of last week, I had gotten out of the shower and it was just itching and really hurting. Like that whole side really started to hurt. And I looked down and it was just red and swollen. And inside, like how there was like the crevice, it had kind of started to look like maybe kind of oozy. So I was like, oh crap. So I called the doctors and they wanted to just play it safe, and because it's probably infected or was on its way of getting infected. So I'm on antibiotics, like 4 doses a day, on top of getting a topical they have to put on like 2 to 3 times a day. I mean, they definitely don't F around. If you potentially get, an infection like that, it can quickly turn really bad. So they loaded me up with a ton of antibiotics. I am still running low-grade fevers, but my doctors keep saying that as long as it's not over 101, then that's actually normal. They're called healing fevers. Not everyone gets them, but a lot of women with hysterectomies will have elevated body temperature. It's just from their bodies trying to heal. So I do run low-grade fevers on and off all day long. The highest I usually get like 100.9, so almost 101, but it's not there. Whoops, I just was like right in your face with my hands, right? Whoopsie, sorry. So other than that, on the more TMI side of things, because I'm up trying to do more, and let me just kind of like I'll tell you what I mean by more, okay? Because I think everybody has like a different idea of what they think me getting up and doing more means. Basically, getting up, coming downstairs, making my breakfast, which I've been doing basically almost from the beginning. Well, not maybe the beginning, but almost. Like since the second week, I get up, go downstairs, make my breakfast, sit on the couch, relax. Yesterday, I got up, I showered and got ready. We're going over to my mother-in-law's, so the beginning part of the day was just very lounge. Then we went to the grocery store, and I walked around the grocery store for maybe 15 minutes, and just helped pick out some things. I wasn't carrying anything except for maybe I carried a little glass, not very big flower arrangement for my mother-in-law, and got back in the car, drive over to her house, and then we were just at her house and I was hanging out. I got up and maybe walked around her kitchen, stood for a little bit, came home, was in excruciating pain, was having a hard time standing up straight. I was cramping horribly bad, and I started having increase in bleeding again. Here's the TMI part, okay? So for those of you who are going to have a hysterectomy, especially if you're having your cervix removed, you will have some bleeding and spotting, and you can have that up to 3 months, have spotting, right? Ridiculous. It's not really all that bad. In the very beginning, you know, for me, I mean, some women have more. Me, it was very light. And it kind of started changing over more to kind of here and there, and more of like a brown-ish. When I get up and start doing more, it moves over to like bright red of blood bleeding, which basically means fresh bleeding, which can be an indicator that, you know, it's just because I'm up, I'm moving around. You have to understand, like with a vaginal cuff, I mean, there's not really much there protecting. That's why it takes so long to heal. It's, you know, the back of the vagina is very delicate, and it's got a bunch of sutures in there, and they're trying to heal. And it takes a good 10 to 12 weeks to really, really heal. So I have bleeding, so I have to be cautious, and I have to make sure that I'm listening to my body and resting. The nurse called this morning, and sorry, I'm watching Landon's outside here playing. He's pretending to be a dinosaur. There he is, my little dinosaur boy. She called this morning, and I was talking to her and just kind of reiterating what was starting to go on more. Huh, baby?
You want Henry to run with me?
Well, if the dog wants to run with you, he'll run with you.
I want him to.
Well, it's up to the dog. I can't control him if he wants to run with you or not. Why don't you try running back and forth and yelling for him and see if he'll chase you?
Henry.
Yeah, go run and say, chase me, Henry. Go get him. Go get him, Henry. Yeah, that's not working. The dog wants nothing to do with him right now. Okay, anyway, so the nurse was saying that obviously I want to be up moving around and doing maybe like 20-minute walks. So she was like walking around the grocery store 15 minutes. She's like, that was perfect. That was the perfect amount of time to walk around. Probably nothing really more longer than that, walking consistently and not standing for definitely not anything longer than maybe an hour. She said, she's like, you don't want to be on your feet for like an hour at a time. You want to do it in like small chunks, being on your feet, standing still or walking. So that's why I want to clarify, because I think a lot of people, they have different, what they think is doing too much. They'll think, oh, like I can do all these things. And she was like, no, remember, you know, yeah, you're 4 weeks out, but you still can't be lifting anything over, you know, 10 pounds. I'm not supposed to be straining anything. I can't vacuum. I have to be careful picking things up off the ground. Landon, I was told like he could crawl into my arms as I'm already like standing. He could climb into my arms and I could hold him for a minute and just kind of hold him. But even that is kind of borderline. I can't pick things up heavy. I can't strain. She was like, even certain doors.
Mom.
What? I know he doesn't want to run, okay? He doesn't feel up to it. Even like pushing, there's certain doors that are too heavy. She was like, just opening up doors if they're too heavy, that is straining too much of the area, and you don't want that. So I have to just still be really mindful and just make sure that I'm taking a lot of breaks and laying down and getting my feet up. Over the weekend I had pretty bad, all I did was go to Alyssa's soccer game. No, don't go near the bee. The bee's bad. Landon, don't. No, you're gonna get stung, dude. Don't do that. No, stay away from bees. I know. The bee flew away. Yay. Okay, sorry. You know, I just went to her soccer game, sat out on the field, came home, just kind of hung out and walked around my house a little bit, and then came outside Saturday evening just to watch Landon play soccer and hang out. And I started just cramping horribly, and I couldn't even stand up straight, and had to go inside and lay down. And I mean, I was a hot mess. Well, then kick the soccer ball around, baby. Where's the soccer ball? So I just wanted to kind of catch you up on that, and so you just understand if you are going into your 4th week or around where I'm at or preparing, just know, like, it's not a lot. That, I mean, you could try to do more, but as long as your body is doing okay, then it's okay. But clearly my body is saying no, and I have to slow down, which it just sucks, because it's like I still can't drive. I have not driven my car in a month. I've been to the grocery store twice all of me. I mean, most moms would be like, sweet, I don't have to go to the grocery store. But you know, after about a month of not being able to do just like the normal things, you start kind of freaking getting bored as hell. Just doing stuff. I mean, I can't even do stuff around the house. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. I'm kind of really ready to be at more maybe like my 5-6 week mark or longer. I want to get into my routine. So there it is. There's a little update where I'm at. Yeah, if you have questions or need help with anything, like if you're going through this, I know I've been meeting a lot of women right now. It's been really nice to be able to talk to other women that are going through what I'm going through right now. And I'm always happy to help and talk to anybody who's needing extra support. But love you, and I'll be talking to you soon. Okay, bye.